You in the house, man?
And
Yep.
all right,
Give us, hit us with it.
No, fuck it. We're not doing no intro. No intro.
Yes, we are.
It's 2020.
No intro needed. See the way I got my headphones? Ain't no intro needed, man. It's Funk Flex.
Big dog, big dog.
Listen. Yeah, welcome to welcome to episode 84 of the UnCelebz podcast, man. This is the 2020 episode.
January 1st, 2020. Merry New Year.
For all the new listeners and the old listeners, in case you didn't wonder, I'm Sean Solo.
I'm Anthony, aka Nostalgic.
This is Steffi, Nomadic Goddess.
It's your girl, boss lady, Keith.
Oh, you back?
Damn, that's what I'm talking about.
This is the second episode in a row. You back.
Oh yeah.
You back. Anyway,
back.
this is Dre on motherfucking drums.
That's right, man. And before we get into the topic, let's talk about our sponsor, man. This episode is sponsored by Anchor app, man. The easiest way to make a podcast. Everything you need, 100% free. Anchor is an all-in-one platform where you can create, distribute, and monetize your platform from any device for free. All right, that means you 100% free, $0, man, and you get paid just to talk your shit on your podcast. So if you haven't already, definitely download the Anchor app now, man, and get paid. Now, let's talk about Orlando Jones. We're gonna get into it.
Okay.
Mr. Nancy. Nancy the Spider.
Nancy.
Nancy.
Nancy the Spider.
So if I may, if anybody is a fan of, what is it, Showtime, correct?
I think that's either Showtime or Stars. I can't remember.
Stars.
It's Stars. Okay, so if anybody is a Stars watcher, there was a show called American Gods. Now, on American Gods, Orlando Jones played a rendition of an African god named Anansi.
Nancy the Spider.
Anansi the Spider. Now, Anansi was, you can look him up on your own time, but we saw that Anansi was a god to, goodness, it's tinfoil, just unfold it. Anyway, we saw that, all right, 3, 2. So we saw that Anansi the Spider, he was an African god that was there trying to guide the slaves that were brought to America and things like that. So recently we get a tweet from Orlando Jones that says, insert whatever here, I'm going to play it, whatever.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so he basically got fired because his angry get shit done, quote unquote, attitude is not what Black America needs. It's almost as if, like, it is literally, not almost as if, it is literally white America being afraid of black people knowing the truth. It's like, yo, we know this shit already. Like, Anansi introduce us to this topic. Like,
no.
Yeah.
It's like some of us. Okay, yeah, it's new to some of us, but it's like that some of us didn't already know this shit. Like,
exactly,
we knew some of them slave ships went up in flames. We know that.
Yep, and we knew that this is how they treat us, and a lot of us do feel like angry get shit done. Like, when you look back in the history books, when there was a riot and people were dying, a lot more shit got done than, peaceful protests or, legislation going through the government and shit like that. So it's like, especially when there's a show like Watchmen going out here that's, putting out shit about like the Black Wall Street and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people didn't know about Black Wall Street until Watchmen came out, which is crazy to me because, this is 2019. But, either way, what kills me about it mostly, though, is that Orlando Jones would not have gotten fired had he done a bad job.
Yeah.
Because he did such a good job of capturing the character that they made, he got fired.
I think this is my favorite character that he ever played.
That's what.
Period.
That's what.
Aside from Schlish Mall Liquor.
And that's the thing that got a lot of people riled up because he was the best character.
He was.
Yo,
in the
by
show.
far.
You know
By
what I
far,
mean?
like Shadow was just like mad.
I like Wednesday.
Wednesday was cool. Wednesday was cool, but I mean, like,
He don't beat Nancy though.
no, he don't beat Nancy. Like the only person, like you got Nancy, you got freaking Mad Sweeney. Like those are the best
Mad
characters
Sweeney.
of the show, and Mad
Right.
Sweeney was fucking porn stash in Orange is the New Black. Like that is good acting and shit like that because you won't even remember that Mad Sweeney was that. Like you would have to get like. You would have to actually, someone would have to tell you before you realize that. But Orlando Jones himself, I mean, like, aside from that first Bill Quish scene, he completely murdered every single, like, he was the second best thing, the third best thing, the fourth best thing. Like,
Every scene
I would
he
say
was
like
on.
yeah, like out of his not to take any credit away from Orlando Jones, but I think this probably was his best role ever.
I think
Like
so too.
he has like other good roles like Double Take and
yeah, I loved him growing up, but this
one was
This
like the
was
most
another-
serious.
I don't really remember him growing up.
you don't
Really?
you did
That's
you watch
so
Double
Raven?
Take?
The Sprite
Orlando
commercial.
Jones, not Brown.
Oh, what was that? Evolution. Are you dumb?
Evolution.
Are you dumb? Stop, that's wrong. Anyway,
What's that?
I don't know Evolution.
Evolution.
What's Evolution?
Oh my god.
We'll look
Yeah.
it up later.
You-
We'll look
you-
it up
you're the
later.
only
But
one
yeah,
that watched
and then the
Evolution.
Sprite commercial, and then he started out. No, it was
That wasn't
7 Up.
him.
7 Up.
He
7 Up.
did. It was him first. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember it. I just remember him.
7
being-
Up yours.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was him.
7 Up. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
it was like
Yeah.
late '90s.
Yeah, I
2000s,
remember
Yeah.
hearing 7 Up
Mad.
yours. I remember
Oh,
him
that's
being
mad.
part of 7 Up, but I don't remember the commercial.
the evolution of Orlando Jones.
Because then
Yeah.
the black man that they got after that was who was it? What's his name? Godfrey? Is that his name?
Oh, it might have been Godfrey.
Yeah.
What? Yo.
No, it's both of them. Because I remember that they changed the black man.
yeah.
Yeah, they just got another dark skinned black man. That's what they did. That's exactly what. And I noticed it. I'm like, that's not the same guy.
That's true. That's true. But like I said, out of all, I think this is like his most serious role.
It
Usually
is.
he's like more like
Yeah.
comedic.
Jokey, yeah.
But
Yeah.
this
Yo,
one,
when comedians cross over, that's another topic within itself.
Yep.
When they cross over into that serious lane,
it's very hard for a comedian to dive into it.
Yeah.
It's very few I've seen dive into that serious
I
role.
don't
It's like,
think
oh
so.
shit, I really feel.
I don't think so.
You don't
Shout,
think so?
shout out
There's
to
a lot. What?
I was about to say shout out to Jim Carrey for Majestic.
Yeah, that's what I was about
Yeah.
to mention that.
Jim
yeah.
Carrey can do a lot of serious roles. There are a lot of comedians who, because of their take of comedy, they have a very dark humor, so they can do serious very well.
My favorite.
Oh yeah,
Jamie
Drumline.
Foxx.
Drumline.
Drumline.
That is the main
Yeah.
thing that you know him for, Drumline.
Yep.
Drumline, yeah.
But my favorite is Jamie Foxx because he can do funny
Yes.
and then he
no,
can
Jamie.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie is up there, but
But yeah,
that's like Steph said, that's a whole nother topic in itself.
it is.
But I'm saying, like, what the whole thing makes me think about is what does that say about white America's fear of the black man?
So much.
Because I mean, like, they said that they felt like, you know, that was not the proper voice in black, for Black America to hear right now.
So what is the proper voice?
So-
How do they know?
Exactly.
Yo, you know what? It's just fear.
Hang on.
Go ahead.
According to Deadline.com, the headline says Orlando Jones wasn't fired from American Gods over race, but plot, insists producer Fremantle.
Yes.
So it's
The plot of him being a black man.
they're saying that it's not over race, and I think it's like, well,
if we made Anansi a white character, if we made this African god a white character, there would be no problem.
but it's like out of all the characters,
There
why
would be a
get
big
rid
ass
of?
problem.
of course.
It looks shaky when out of all the characters, you got rid of the best one, and he's black.
Was it the fact that it was too real for people?
Yes.
Yes.
Plain and simple, yes.
Most likely, yeah.
Because I mean, like, all right, the first time that we see Anansi, for anybody who hasn't seen American Gods, the first time that we seen Anansi, he appeared to a bunch of slaves that were locked up on a slave ship.
Yep.
Right.
And they were begging for one of their gods to come and save them. And Anansi appeared before them and said, listen, you don't need to get free. He said, fuck being free. Kill everybody on this ship and then let it burn.
Yep.
Because you can die here on the seas rather than go and live a life of servitude. So he's like, fuck it. Just die. Just die a noble cause rather than, you know. And this is the message that they're scared of. Because
It's a powerful message, by the way.
exactly. Like, imagine if black people was like, you know what? The life that I'm living is not good enough for the life that I can build for my children. So, like, yo, I don't know if they, like, if they freaking overestimated how far their show reaches, or the fact that we've already had this message before. You're not, like, new to this.
Let me ask you this, because this powerful scene happened in the first season. Am I
Season
correct?
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
What season did it kind of stop?
You know, I can't even front. I stopped watching American Gods.
Season 2, episode 1. That's the last episode I saw.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
me too. Like,
so-
we saw the gods get together,
Right.
and that was about it.
Okay,
Like,
okay. So that happened. So I think American Gods, when we were talking about it, that was like at least a year or two ago, right?
Yeah.
that was like 2 years ago.
They wait until now. It's 2019. Now you want to get rid of him?
But see, that's the thing. They've had 3 different showrunners. I think they've had a different showrunner for every fucking season.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So, like, the showrunner now is the one that made that decision. The original showrunners, they, like, was out because, you know, they got, like, they wasn't getting paid enough or whatever reason. They had some reason that they, you know, backed out of it. I think we talked about it on the episode.
we did.
But the second showrunners I didn't even get into. Like like I tried to watch the second season and it was more like they were. It didn't catch me. Like, you know, the
I
first
still wanna
episode,
go back and watch
the
it.
first season.
The first
I
season
might-
was very graphic. Like it was really like, yeah, a lot of shit was going on. Man. A lot of
Shout
shit.
out to Bill, Chris.
But and I think everyone can agree on this. Just to kind of wrap this up, I feel like American Gods just really dropped the ball, and it's not the first time we've seen this, because you've seen this with Luke Cage. You've seen this with Luke Cage. You've seen this with Jessica Jones. Like, and it's just that, man. Why have something so good? You guys was on a roll, and you just fuck it up. You just fucked it up big time by just getting rid of this character, and it's like now it's like, all right, what the fuck now? Like, it's no reason to really watch this show now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think?
Yeah.
I think this show was overly ambitious. So it's like based on spirituality and like different cultures and how they view spirituality. I feel like when Mr. Nancy, when it got to his story, it was just like too much for white people. So it was just like people were complaining. People were, you know, they must have been talking shit because, you know, there would be no reason why now all of a sudden they want to fire him. So people must have been complaining about, oh, this is racist, this is da da da. You know, it's like,
yeah, but
now with all of this happening, I want to ask you guys, like, are you still gonna watch the show?
Well,
Of course not.
honestly,
Right?
I want to watch the second season just to see what the fuck.
Yeah, where it went.
Like, what happened. Yeah, I want to see where it went too. Cause,
Right.
and my thing is, they must have been scared, but then they obviously. American Gods is a show that I don't see advertised as much as any other show that I watch.
Yeah, they don't.
So
In the
who
beginning,
the
yeah.
fuck do they think are watching their show, and that's gonna revolt,
Not as much as
and do all these things and all that? Not to say that it's not in our future, because I see it, but they either got a very high opinion about their show,
I think that's it.
or Orlando is doing a very good job, and I think that's both.
Yeah, and like,
I think it's both.
yeah, without like, we can all agree if Orlando doesn't do a phenomenal job as that character and bring that character to life and bring those feelings up and bring that uncomfortability up for white people, this wouldn't be a situation.
Well,
if he was an average actor.
Well, let me ask you this: was he in the second season, or he was just only?
He was in the second season.
He's in the second season.
But,
okay, so
Yeah, and I think this is maybe the third season was getting
that's
filmed,
what he
or
said.
maybe
He said Mr. Nancy won't be there for the third season.
So you know what it is?
Oh, wow.
Now I got to read the book.
Yeah,
I want to read the book too.
I'll read
and
the
I heard
book
that
and-
Anansi as in the book wasn't the same character as Anansi in the
I believe that.
movie.
I
mean,
believe
in
it.
the show. But
So they butchered it. They butchered the story.
like,
They
or
butchered the book.
or
wouldn't
like,
say they
see,
butchered
but this
it.
is the thing. This is the thing that gets me because
Right.
there's this different show. Like the showrunner for the first season,
Yeah.
he had a specific vision, and as a showrunner, you know, this is what it is. And then the second one had a different vision, and then the third one had a different vision. So it's kind of like they may have made Anansi different from who he was in the book, but that was to bring him to life on the screen.
Yeah.
Right.
And Orlando Jones did a wonderful job at it, and proving that even more is the fact that Neil Gaiman, the writer of the book, and I believe he was the first season showrunner. He's the one that gave Orlando Jones the opportunity to get a producer and a screenwriting credit, I believe. Yeah, so,
he said he was producing.
yeah, he said that was the first time he was able to be a producer on a show, and like you could see that in the beginning there was that inclusion, like that character that Orlando Jones captured and couldn't put down. Like, you know, you try to reel it back now, you can't do that.
No,
you
you
know,
can't.
the deeper it gets, it got to go deeper. So
I always say this: you can't fix cracked glass.
No.
Once glass is cracked, that's it.
that's it.
You can't fix it.
Now you can either look at it or pretend that it's not there.
It's always gonna be
try to
there.
replace it. You can fire that cracked glass and
You
try to
can't.
replace it, but yeah, everybody knows. Just throw the whole fucking door away.
So yeah, so to conclude this, it's like, all right, well, if you guys, if the ratings are so low where the show gets canceled, don't be surprised because
The shows survive on characters.
Yeah. Right.
And I don't know exactly what happens or whatever. I know that, you know, the top two characters in my book was Mad Sweeney and Anansi, and for whatever reason, neither one of them are there. So
Wait, Sweeney's not there yet?
I can't tell you too much about it. You're gonna have to watch the show.
I'll read the book. I'm gonna read the book.
But
So you're just gonna spoil it for me and then not tell me? Okay, whatever.
yeah, I'm not going to completely
Whatever,
spoil
whatever.
it. I'm not going to spoil
Wait,
it. rotten.
Wait, what'd you say, Ant?
Huh?
What'd you say?
No, I said I'm gonna get the book just because of that.
Yeah.
Where the story went, and you know, just to, you know, tell the difference between the show and the book.
Right. Right.
But I really think in order for us to like really avoid all of this crap, is just like, look,
We got
say what y'all want about Tyler Perry, but he got his studio open.
you exactly.
Yeah.
You got to make your own shit.
Yeah.
We got to make our own shit.
He got his big ass studio. We need to give him ideas. We need to give him more directors, black directors. We got to bring him black, you know, showrunners, black, you know, everything.
Exactly.
Actors, actresses.
Yeah.
He got his studio and he's out here with his open arms. Like we gotta bring the ideas to him.
Yep.
I'm glad you brought that up, man, because I feel like he's not getting a lot of notoriety for that. You know,
I think he is.
I think
kind
he's
of, but
good.
I think he is.
I think in the black community,
yeah.
He is.
we're showing him the respect because like this is, you know, he's at this point you gotta respect Tyler Perry for
Oh, of
everything
course,
he's
no
done.
doubt.
He's a fucking trailblazer when it comes to, you know,
And
making
the crazy thing
way
about
for
it
black
is-
people.
The crazy thing about it is he's right in the hood.
Yep.
Oh, he is?
Well, I mean, it's Atlanta.
East Point. that's the hood.
That's the hood?
Bro, you know where that
shit
is.
Yo, that shit is so many acres. It's no longer hood inside those gates.
We've never been to Atlanta, so I don't.
I've been to Atlanta, and I don't have no idea where you're talking about.
That's not fair. My hood is like getting off at Utica on the 8th.
Word. Imagine if fucking Spike Lee had a studio in Brownsville.
He does. Not Brownsville.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, goddamn. Like, speaking of boy, the fucking devil.
Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
He has a studio.
It's in the Mule.
It's in it's Fort Greene.
Yeah.
It's not Bed-Stuy, it's Fort Greene.
Well, it's next door.
Oh, yeah.
It's like right there.
Right there.
4 acres in the Mule, yeah.
I'm saying, man.
Well, all I'm trying to say is we got the opportunity right now. If we make that opportunity go, like, if that studio closed down and we was like, oh no, Tyler Perry Studios closed down, that's gonna be our fault.
Nah, it's not gonna close down because they already like black people and black movies already are supporting them. That's why fucking Bad Boys and
the other movie
and Coming to America.
Yep,
it's both already on that fucking at that studio. You know.
Oh, okay. So let's just keep it up then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just keep that consistent, man.
Time to see that opportunity. I'm just saying, like,
right.
We gotta do, you know.
No, this is
can't just let that shit slip.
Like this right here is the epitome of Black Hollywood. Like this right here, this is the start of actual
Atlanta
Black Hollywood.
is Black Hollywood.
Yeah,
Atlanta is super black, and they already started opening up studios there. That's why Tyler Perry did it. Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to Walking Dead.
So all right, so we're gonna conclude that. We're gonna get into our final segment, man. Nick Cannon versus Eminem.
Well, there's that.
You want to know something?
Hold on,
Let's
I'm
hit
not
Ant.
finished holding my sides.
Let's hear it, Ant. What we got?
You want to know what's funny?
Nick Squirt Gun.
Fans got at Nick Cannon.
You talking about Grizzy Hendrix?
On YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Y'all was playing the video earlier.
Oh yeah. All right, so listen. So for the people who don't know, right? So here's how
for the people who
yeah. So here's how the beef re-sparked. So pretty much Fat Joe came out with a song called Loyalty, right, featuring Eminem. Eminem sent a couple of jabs towards Nick Cannon.
A couple,
a bunch of them.
He said a jab. Really wasn't a jab. It was like
it was a one-sided DBZ fight. Was what it was.
So now obviously Nick Cannon is, he's trying to respond, but my thing is this, right? And this is why I listen. If you're gonna go into a battle with someone, it doesn't matter who you're going against. Don't have other rappers trying to fight your battles. Like, don't have other rappers trying to battle your battles, because now it makes you look extra corny. And Nick Cannon's my guy.
Shout out to, remember Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma got in that beef, and then Nicki Minaj brought fucking Drake and Lil Wayne on the song. Yeah.
It was,
but
I forgot what it was called.
I'm not even gonna bring that up because Remy brought Lil Kim on that, and that video.
I mean, that was a year after.
That video, that was the same year, and that video was unfortunate. But go ahead.
Well, let's not talk about it, because now she got a podcast. So that shit, ain't no more beefing, ain't no more rapping. That's it. You know what I mean? So my thing is this, right? I feel like Eminem could respond. But knowing Eminem, I know he's gonna wait. He gonna wait until fucking Nick Cannon. He gonna keep digging his own grave. I swear he gonna respond to that one song, and that's it. It's gonna be back like how it was with the last beef.
Yo, I honestly don't think that Eminem is going to respond at all. You know why? Because the internet has already responded. It said, Eminem disses Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon responds twice. Eminem 0 responses. Eminem wins.
Well, he's been responding during tweets, like,
because it's hilarious. Like, yo, if you disrespect somebody, right, and you like read them for shame, Like, it doesn't matter. You completely destroyed it, right?
Yeah.
And then they start saying shit back to you, and the shit is just like not sticking. Everybody's laughing at them for disrespecting you. No, like they're laughing at them,
I
not
get it.
with them.
Laughing at them, right?
Not like what they're saying is funny, but like laughing at what they're saying. Then are you going to respond, or are you just going to be like, see, like stop?
I mean, it depends because you just playing devil's advocate. You got that one person be like, well, I mean, he's still doing like Eminem hasn't responded yet. So like,
Okay,
what's
so do y'all think Eminem should respond?
I don't care.
I would
Like
he
M1,
could.
M1.
I think
don't
he
care.
should. I think he should respond in a comedic Eminem
Yes.
way, like in a way that he's not taking him seriously and not like a kill shot. You know, if
I mean-
Eminem comes back with a kill shot, I'm gonna be like, yo, come on, Em, that's
Overkill. But wait, it should be called overkill. But
Overkill shot.
4 people on his diss track. That's
right. You got Charlie Clips. You got
it's
Hitman
not
Holla.
overkill if none of them actually killed him.
Yo, word, because all of them said like 4 bars about Eminem, and like all of them are literally battle rappers, so they're like, this is what they do,
Right.
But at the same time, y'all have nothing to do with this. We all know that you're just there trying to back up the dude
boss.
that's signing your
The
checks.
checks, exactly.
The boss.
doing it for the check.
Exactly.
I mean, it was kind of it was kind of like the same way with Eminem, like D12 and like Royce. It's kind of like the same situation, but
I mean, like with when you talk about D12 and Royce and shit, like first off, Royce and D12 were actually beefing with each other, so that was one thing.
Yeah.
But when you talk about like, let's say the Ja Rule beef, and D12 hopped in Eminem's beef with him, and was backing him up, and they put out a diss song to Ja Rule and Irv Gotti and shit. That was different because it's like, yo, these niggas is actually like really trying to diss you. They really said something about his daughter. They really said all of this stuff,
Yeah.
and then Nick Cannon is just like, he's not a serious rapper. Like, no one ever took
him
serious. Like, even Gigolo, nobody gave a fuck, Nick. Like,
Teenagers did.
Nobody say
Teenagers
that Nick
did.
Cannon album. I ain't heard it.
What
I
is-
ain't
never.
seen it.
Never.
Never.
I mean, parents just don't. Wait,
time I
you
turn
got
around,
Gigolo?
no,
You got
no.
Parents Just Don't Understand, which was Lil Romeo featuring 3LW and Nick Cannon.
Yep.
I don't even remember that fucking song. I just remember it came on commercials on fucking
Nah,
Nickelodeon.
they don't understand.
Gonna get it.
No,
you feel me? Holla other kids all across the world.
oh wow, yeah, you're right.
I'm old, baby.
Yo, and it was a remake of fucking Will
Parents Just
Smith shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, yo, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, Nick Cannon, after hearing a bunch of stuff from all of his people that he's gotten checks for and shit, I respect him for that shit. But at the end of the day, just remember, bro, this is not your lane. Don't diss this, man. Don't rap against this, man.
He already did it. That's what I was saying.
Yo,
he
come
he
on.
already did it. It's 3 diss songs already. Like,
Son,
Nick.
you already broke up with Mariah Carey,
Nick,
so you can just
exactly.
like
What are you
dodge that shit.
it's still the mother of his kids. That's his whole.
True.
That's his whole thing. Like,
You got kids with Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
I didn't know.
He got twins.
Twins.
Oh, that's who.
They
the
like
twins-
10 years old now.
And he got another
The
kid.
mother's
Hey,
child.
hold on.
He
Hold
got
on.
another
I can get that motive. I
He got a
understand
whole
that.
another kid. Are
Dre.
you dumb?
Yeah, he has a kid with somebody else. Not
asking
right.
people if
he
they
got-
dumb
he got-
disrespectful.
No, but he got twins with her, and then he got
Dre.
a whole nother kid.
You remember he said Patti LaBelle is the godmother for his kids.
Yeah.
No, for real, she is.
Word.
No, not
Yo,
laughing at
because
Patty,
we watch Nick Cannon on Masked Singer all the damn
That's what I
time.
was about to say.
Shout out to
Dude.
Nick Cannon. Like, he's a
Dude.
great host.
Yeah, be a host.
He's a great host.
Be a host to your own
Yo.
show. You have a whole empire.
You know what would be really dope? You know what would be really dope? How Nick Cannon could have got Eminem back without rapping. As if on
Dre.
1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so it's not my fault. You see it.
Go!
Anyway, so the way that Nick Cannon could have got back at Eminem without rapping, he could have easily just like on every episode of
Wildin' Out?
of no, not even Wildin' Out,
Singer?
Masked Singer or something. If he was just like FM, and like it just kept it moving, just FM, and you know, like you just say the two letters, you know what they mean, but you know nobody else.
Fox would not let that fly.
Why? Because he's just saying FM. He could just shove that anywhere.
Nick, why are you saying FM?
Don't worry about it. They want Nick Cannon to host, so it's like fuck it. Hey, they gotta come in here until the cops come knocking, baby. Until the cops come knocking.
Remember.
Yes, sir. I ain't scared of you.
If you don't fuck up.
You
I
declined
mean-
me tequila.
I just, yeah, it was a stupid beef to begin with. It was a stupid beef 10 years ago. It's a dumb beef now. And, I mean, whether M responds or not,
Nick Cannon lost.
He
yeah,
lost.
it's like, all right, you got 47-year-old Eminem and 39-year-old Nick Cannon. Like,
That's it. That's all. He's 39.
He's 39.
He looking for his age. I mean,
No, he do.
that's about
Goals.
it. That's about
They
it.
both rich.
They both super rich and shit.
Word.
You know what it is? No, fuck it. Like, the way this generation is now, man, like, I guarantee in another month or so, everybody will forget about this shit. Mm-hmm. Everybody forget it. Just like anything.
Until that one person like, yo, remember when?
No.
No.
like everybody stopped talking about the Machine Gun Kelly Eminem.
Yo, you know what's funny?
It's all right, man.
The game just came out talking about explaining how Machine Gun Kelly won.
Right.
It's like
Who?
the game. And it's like, yo, bro, just shut up. Just shut up. Nobody cares what you nobody cares what kind of mental
A whole
gymnastics
year and
you
a
wanna
half
play.
later?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
he lost. He lost.
That's another.
Like
That's
back
another
in,
episode.
see, we from the era where rap beefs were much simpler. If you get out rapped, you lost. You know? Pusha T and Drake. Drake got out rapped.
He lost though.
The end.
It's only like I could say 2 rap beefs that I could say did not end up like rapping against each other. It ended up on some street shit.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, yeah, that's different.
That's
you
only
know?
2, yeah.
You know, but like when it comes to hip hop itself, that's what it is. It's like
Yeah. No, it should just keep it to hip hop. It should keep it to just you know, bars and just keep it on wax.
Yes.
You know, you don't want
You know
to.
what's funny?
Yeah.
White beef is settled in court.
Wife.
It ain't settled on record. They settled in court.
You're right.
I'm suing. You had no right to say that to me.
Like, well, I'm countersuing. Well, how about that?
Right? Am I lying?
You're right. No, you're right. But we're gonna wrap up this episode, man. This is episode 84. I want to thank everyone for you know, listening to us and watching us on YouTube, man. Be on the lookout for more content, man. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Castbox, iTunes, SoundCloud,
Anchor.
That purple app.
Anchor. Yeah, Anchor. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the other purple app too.
Yeah, and Patreon, man.
Patreon, pay us.
The orange apps, all of the orange apps.
P, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck T doing, but I'm sure so. Yo, hey, you gotta see this video when that shit come out. You gotta see this video, bro. She said, yo, she tried to pull a chair out. She was like,
All right.
No, because I was making noise and he was already complaining about my freaking trail.
Word.
yo, close it. Yeah, I said I'm showing. Yeah, close it out, man. Close it out.
You close it out.
This Stuffy Nomadic Goddess.
Boss Lady Kia.
It's Dre on motherfucking drums.
Let's get it.
All right, we out.
And we out of this motherfucker
Bye.
with a 2-piece biscuit.
I'm done. First of all, I never peed because
Yo,
I got lost. And
You got lost. Excuse me, where's the bathroom?